Yo, family, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Boom Bam. This going for the gusto. Yeah, your boy Solo Dolo, man. It's a solo dolo mission today, man, but I'm gonna hold it down, man, for the squad. Um, we all was pretty busy. We all had a lot of things going on. So what I decided to do was I was gonna go ahead and hop on here and finish out the top 20. So I wanted to actually get that done before the season started. Season started right around the corner, y'all. This is gonna be lit, man. I don't know about y'all, but we've been checking out preseason, so we might talk about that a little bit too. But yeah, man, the season is right around the corner, man. I am excited. I miss football. I am happy that it's back, man. So like, let's really do this, man. So I'm gonna just finish this out. Um, as I go through the list, some comments that the squad said, I might bring it up here or there, just to see, what's going on with that. But what we're gonna really do, we're gonna just go ahead and get into it, man. Like I said, we appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and just checking out the videos. Um, I'm gonna finish out this top 20 that we started of the top 100 of 2023, top 100 players of the 2023 NFL season. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this thing out real quick. So we're gonna make this thing shake. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I actually just share my screen so y'all can look at this with me since it's just me right now. All right. All right, boom. So here we go. So all right, we here. So number 20, Myles Garrett. As y'all know, I personally think Myles Garrett is the best pass rusher in the NFL. You have people that have an argument for it. You have the TJ Watt, you have the Micah Parsons of the world. You have Aaron Donald, who I think is going to bounce back. But I think Myles Garrett should be up. First team All Pro, definitely should be 16 sacks. He went down 9 spots, which I don't agree with. But, that's where they got him at. So we're going to keep this thing rocking. We're going to 19, George Kittle, tight end for San Fran. George Kittle, he's definitely a top 3 tight end in the league. I think he came on strong at the end of last year. I think his ranking is based on what they think Brock Purdy is going to do. So I think him and Brock Purdy together is going to be pretty straight. So he'll go up. Minkah Fitzpatrick is a player that I love. He has 6 interceptions last year, first team All Pro. Minkah deserves all of the praise that he's getting. He had a great season. Being number 18 is kind of crazy because that's like 18, but I get it because Minkah, I think, is a really, really great player in this league, and I love to see whenever safeties get their love. Max Crosby, defensive end. I think Max Crosby had a really good season this year. Being that they added Chandler Jones to the Raiders, to kind of help out. So Max Crosby did do pretty good. 12.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, made the Pro Bowl. I don't think he should be above Myles Garrett at all. I'm kind of surprised by this ranking. He went up 42 spots. I guess they got him projected to break out this year. I think he's a great player. Is he one of the top 5 elite pass rushers in the game? Not really so sure. That's what he kind of gets me at. So you got to kind of think about that when you think about Max Crosby. 16, we got Stephon Diggs. Love Stephon Diggs. 16 might be a pretty good spot for him. I would have to recap. Y'all let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to have to recap about where certain other receivers are at on this list. But I do think Stephon Diggs is definitely elite. Top 3 wide receiver in the game. So if the list allows that, then he should be somewhere around there. I don't even know if he's top 3. He might be top 5. We gonna get back at y'all. Because Cool was actually talking about the other day. We're gonna get back at y'all about this top 10 receiver list because Cool was making all them crazy statements about receivers. And so this is another receiver above whoever we were talking about. So he just needs to know we gonna actually drop a video about that because we need to do that. All right. So 15 is Fred. In my opinion, he's clearly the best middle backer in the league. First team All Pro, of course. made a second Pro Bowl. Fred is athletic. He gets all around the field. He went up 32 spots, which is impressive. I do think he should be somewhere this high. Especially when it comes to middle backers. He's the elite of the elite. He's the best that we have in this league. At the middle back end. For me, he's arguably one of the best defensive players in football, arguably top 5 if you ask me. So that's perfect. Trent Williams at 14. Y'all know me being a longtime Washington fan. I miss my boy Trent Williams. I love that he's another first team All-Pro. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's by far the best left tackle in football. He belongs exactly where he's at. Davante Adams went down at 13. He went down 6 spots. First year with the Raiders, still had a great season, still had 100 reception yards, still had 1,500 receiving yards, still top 5 receiver in this league, still is arguably the best route runner in the game. Like, he still has it all. He still has all the tools. On his way to a Hall of Fame career if he keeps it up. I have no problem with his ranking. I think he is in a really good spot because I'm cool with that. Josh Jacobs being number 12 led the league in rushing. 12 rushing touchdowns. It's impressive. First team All-Pro. Deserved all of this. Like, all of these things, he deserved it. Josh Jacobs is definitely an adult, man. I'm actually surprised they got a running back this high. I mean, being based on what he did, I understand it. But, the league has been not showing running backs a lot of love. So the fact that they got him this high, I'm kind of happy about that. But like I said, I would have to go back and look at the list. Even though he had that season last year, me and Kesel still believe Nick Chubb is still the best running back in the league. So good for Josh Jacobs. I'm not really too mad at it based on the season he had last year. Aaron Donald only had 5 sacks last year. He dealt with some injuries. 9th Pro Bowl, first ballot Hall of Famer. We know that's one of the best defensive tackles to ever play the game. If he comes back healthy, the stats will go back. He's not done yet. He's going to come back with something to prove because I know people were probably trying to doubt him, thinking he's past his prime. I don't believe that at all. I think 11 is a perfect spot for Aaron Donald, for him to make an argument for himself to be back in the top 5. So Aaron Donald at 11, not mad at it. Chris Jones is number 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a one for me. First team All-Pro, yes, he deserves that. 15.5 sacks at the defensive tackle position, amazing. I saw he's in the news now about, trying to get a contract. He's talking about sitting out, all of that. I respect Chris Jones as a player, but I think the Super Bowl kind of outweighs what the player itself can actually do. Chris Jones is a fantastic football player, but because he's sitting out for a contract, he kind of has to, because Kansas City kind of doesn't have anything else going for them at the moment. Like, defensive-wise, Chris Jones is that defense. And as quiet as this kid, people don't want to talk about it, but Kansas City is normally playing from ahead in most of their games. That allows your pass rushers to get more pass rushes, and Chris Jones is a man amongst himself. Him being top 10 is a little crazy. He's over certain people. I just wouldn't put him over as his overall impact on the game, but his impact for Kansas City itself, you have to respect that. He is a force for Kansas City itself. Now, when you start comparing him to his contemporaries, which I love to do, compare him to like Aaron Donald, I don't think Chris Jones does for Kansas City what Aaron Donald did for the Rams for those years. So that is what I would say. Chris Jones, I think, should be lower. He moved up 29 spots, but I do think he is a player that deserves recognition because he is a great player, and I do think Kansas City needs to pay him. Number 9, we got Michael Parsons. He moved up 7 spots, 13.5 sacks, 3 passes defended, 3 forced fumbles. First team All-Pro, 1 fumble return for a touchdown. I think Michael Parsons is at a really good spot. He is a force in this league. I think he has the best pass rush win rate out of any player. But it's not just that he rushes the passes, that Dallas moves him around on that defense. He's the energizer for that defense. He's the game changer for that defense. Once again, now that's where the conundrum starts to come in at, when you start talking about defensive players, like, you can't just use sacks, you can't just use tackles, you got to use overall impact. And you got, Fred, the Aaron Donalds, and TJ Watts, Myles Garrett. And then you start to have a conversations. But I think Michael Parsons is where he's in a good spot. I wouldn't move him. Now, top 10 is well deserved. He earned it. Josh Allen is at 8. I think this is a good spot for him. He moved up 5 spots. 4,200 passing yards, 35 touchdowns. One of the elite quarterbacks in the league, a top 5 quarterback in this league. Being top 8 is fine. You want to see quarterbacks towards the top of this list because they're quarterbacks. So I understand how that works. But Josh Allen, fine. Tyreek Hill is at 7. 1,710 receiving yards. You got to respect that. No matter how you slice it. Him not being the prototypical receiver at all. Not really a great route running and stuff, but we know speed kills. Like he knows how to slow down and speed up and use his speed in a way where he can't be guarded. So you got to respect that. You got to respect the numbers. I respect Tyreek Hill's spot on this list. 6 is Joe Burrow. Oof. Joe Burrow had a great season for Cincinnati Bengals. He moved up 15 spots. He's also top 5 quarterback in his league. I respect it. I don't really got no gripes with his spot. We move up to number 5. We got Travis Kelce. 110 receptions for a tight end is wild. 1,300 receiving yards for a tight end is wild. 12 receiving touchdowns for a tight end is wild. Everything about Travis Kelce is just wild. Like, he is clearly a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's already in the argument for arguably the greatest tight end to ever play football. Everything he gets is well deserved. For him to actually have a tight end as high on this list shows his impact on the game. I don't think we've ever seen a top 100 list where a tight end has been as high, even when they've been elite. When you think of the Antonio Gates and the Tony Gonzalez's, when they were doing the top 100s, I don't think they were ever in top 10 or anywhere near it. So that shows. We gotta check out Rob Gronkowski, because maybe he might have at some point in time, figured out a way to enter the top 10. But y'all let me know in the comments. I'm not sure, but y'all let me know in the comments if we've ever seen a tight end since they've been doing the top 100 ever this high, or what's the other next highest tight end. Y'all let me know about that. But Travis Kelce, well deserved. Nick Bosa, Defensive Player of the Year, 18.5 sacks. He's at number 4. I am not mad at that one bit. As I was talking to, Fred Warner is his teammate. I've been talking about Fred Warner a lot. I love Fred Warner, but it's undeniable how great Nick Bosa is. Nick Bosa is amazing. First team All-Pro. He is on his way to a Hall of Fame career if he can stay healthy. He moved up 21 spots. Defensive Player of the Year, deserves to be in the top 5. I appreciate when the top 100 does things like this. Like, they allow the top 100 to not just be a quarterback race, even though the quarterbacks are higher up, wide receivers are higher up because they get more recognition. To have a defensive player and recognize how much he affects his team. When you talk about good NFL defenses or great NFL defenses, the prototypical child is San Francisco 49ers, right? You build through the draft, you get some elite players, and you make them staples. So shout out to Nick Bosa. I have no problem with his spot. Jalen Hurts had an amazing season. Should have won MVP, but he missed those couple of games. Completely changed the way his team looked. He deserves his spot. I have no gripes or anything about that. Jalen Hurts, great season. Y'all stay tuned because we have a Jalen Hurts topic coming up soon. That's going to be real interesting. But Jalen Hurts, my thing is, y'all let me know, but I want to see if he can emulate the season he had. Especially doing the throwing and running and now the Eagles aren't a sleeper no more. They're a team that a lot of teams are going to attack. So let's see if the schemes that they got can actually work and continue to work. But rooting for Jalen Hurts, most definitely, man. I love him as a player, as a human being, man. He's a hardworking guy. We see it all the time. You don't normally see quarterbacks repping weights like that in the weight room, man. So you gotta show that love, man. Like for all the ex-football players out here, you gotta show love, man, to a quarterback repping it in the weight room, man. That gets the team hyped. So we got the top two players. Justin Jefferson is number 2, moved up 15 spots. I have no argument there. Justin Jefferson, best wide receiver in the league, hands down. The best all-around receiver in the league. First team All-Pro. It's his 3rd Pro Bowl. Offensive Player of the Year. Well-deserved. Led the league in reception and receiving yards. Was just a flat-out beast. Answered all the questions. Can he continuously keep doing it? Can he do it over multiple seasons? Proven he can do that. Not a problem. He'll show up, make it happen. He deserves to be number 2 based on what he means to his team. And number 1, of course, as we all predicted, Patrick Mahomes, 5,200 passing yards, Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl champion, NFL MVP, 41 passing touchdowns, first team All-Pro, the best player in football, the number 1 quarterback in the league, the number 1 player in football, hands down. There's no argument there from anybody. He deserves all of those accolades. And I love Patrick Mahomes. I actually thought the Eagles would have given him a hard time in the Super Bowl. He went into the Super Bowl hobbled on one leg, limping around. He can make any throw in football. Him and Andy Reid together is a dangerous combination because Andy Reid allows his genius to show. Andy Reid isn't one of those coaches that's going to stop Patrick Mahomes from making throws that he knows Patrick Mahomes can make, and not a lot of other players. Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid are going to go down as one of the best quarterback coach combos in the history of football. So that's just it's a blessing to be able to watch them play football, man. Like every year they're going to be in there, hands down, in and out. They're going to be there. The Kansas City Chiefs, well deserved. Best player in football. Let's see what they can do with the Chris Jones negotiations, but Patrick Mahomes tends to keep surprising the doubters, right? Like as football goes on, football gets a little harder. You know what I'm saying? Each time. So shout out to Patrick Mahomes, man, for just keep on making it happen, man. Like as soon as you think he can't do it, he can do it, man. This guy is magnificent, man. So yeah, man, that's the top 100, man. Y'all let us know what y'all think about the top 100. Once you get into the top 10, you tend to start showing a lot. The top 10, top 15, you start to show a lot more respect. Y'all know me, I was kind of throughout the list like, oh my God, not this person, not that person. What I'm gonna do is take some time and just go look through the list in totality right now. As I was telling y'all, we were revealing that list as we were going on. So we tried to avoid all the spoilers and everything. We were just seeing the list for the first time as we were revealing it in the first place. So that is that's the top 100 list. I'm gonna say this in ending. I just got a thing on my phone that said that the 49ers are trading Trey Lance to the Cowboys for a 4th round pick. Now that is breaking news. Everybody, shout out to everybody that stayed to the end of this video. I have so many thoughts to say on that within itself. The Trey Lance thing was crazy. San Fran has a really good front office because in the midst of making bad decisions, they always somehow come out on top making good decisions, man. So, like I said, man, y'all boys, everybody, everybody that tuned to this channel, men, women, child, adult, man, everybody, like everybody that just tunes in, man, we're just thankful, man. We're all happy, man. We enjoy doing this. Y'all see, like, we won't hesitate to try to give y'all content. Like, if I got to get on here by myself, I'll hop on here, man, and just just chop it up with y'all, man. Just let y'all know what's going on in the football world. Anything y'all want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let us know in the comments, man. I'm ready. I'm ready. Fantasy, high school, NFL, college, whatever thoughts y'all got, y'all shoot it to me, man. Y'all shoot it to us, man, in the chat, man. We gonna get back at y'all, man. We gonna be there, man. So we just appreciate y'all, boys. And this has been your boy, Boom Bam. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to do it for y'all, man. So peace out.